Hello and welcome to a special mid-season Q&A with the players. I am your DM, Killobyte. Uh, Players, do you mind stating who you play and describe your characters? And also state your names. Well, Clickbait, would you like to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Hi guys, I am Clickbait and I am playing the Autobot scientist and spy operative Allegory, who
Awesome.
transforms into a Cybertronian jet. I'm not sure where you want me to go with this. That's a bad idea
Awesome.
picking me to go first.
That was the point. No, you did perfect. It was describing who you played and a little bit of your character. Let's go with Lapis next.
Hi, I'm Lapis. I play Frostfang. She's a big buff dragon lady who has a lot of past baggage. She turns into a big dragon, like I mentioned before. She got big boy wings. She's got little horns on her head, and she's all blue. That's all from me.
Okay, let's go with Onyx now.
Hi, I'm Onyx. I'm a player. I'm going to be. Yeah, I know, obvious, right? I play as Cross Summit this time, and this is a blue boy with some fuchsia. Turns into a helicopter. He's a combiner class, as you would probably find out by now. And he's the oldest of a pair of twins. And he's the shyest, probably most non-confident bot there is. Very does not do battle well. I think that sums him up, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, and he has abilities. He's special.
And then Heximus.
Hi, I'm Heximus. I play Synthwave, twin to Cross Summit. I'm a rescue bot, mint green, turned into a helicopter, but I am actually the oldest, believe it or not.
Wrong.
And I love music. Hence the name.
Awesome. And finally, Computron, would you mind going now?
Yeah, so I play Borg. He's kind of essentially the opposite of Zephyr from the previous D&D content. Essentially, my idea of why I created him was just for me to kind of expand like the characters I play. So like I guess I kind of went for something on the polar opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to personality traits from Zephyr.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So and Zephyr, I don't understand why people like him. He plays kind of a pain in the tailpipe kind of character. Borg, I try to make him like this lovable goofball kind of character.
Yes, like there's been a lot of so cute in the campaign so far. So, so I have a question for all of you. What do you think of the campaign so far? We've only done 6 episodes at this point, and we could go in the same order. So, Clickbait, what do you think?
I'm having a great time. I think it's fun, and I can't wait to see what trouble we get into next. We're already wanted and dead. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know how it can get better.
That's awesome. Lapis, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a really cool opportunity for me to be a part of this. I've never had the chance to play D&D before, so it's fun learning with everybody else, and the campaign itself has been really interesting so far. I feel like there's been a lot of space for my character to grow and to interact with everybody else. I love the fact that you let us get into shenanigans that are very off topic, such as a booster seat. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it so far, and that's pretty much all from me.
Awesome. Onyx, would you guys like to go next?
Yeah, I'm liking it. It's a very different take from previous campaign, and I enjoy that. And I get to be in the player seat, which is an experience I always enjoy. And as Cross Summit, it's been interesting to see how his personality interacts with all these vast different players and their characters. And you can kind of slowly see that he's like coming out of his shell a little bit, becoming more and more, what's the word?
Independent? Would you something like that?
No,
or?
not independent. More like
Vocal.
Yeah, that one.
Vocal.
Vocal, yes. And hopefully that continues.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see where that goes. And Heximus, what do you think?
I'm really enjoying it. This has already been really chaotic in a good way. I'm also really enjoying being a twin, just because there's a lot to bounce off of, like, immediately, especially because it's just like the chaos just kind of builds upon itself.
High five.
High five.
So I really like it. It was obviously the first episode was kind of a shocker. I was not expecting to be a wrecker, especially since looking at Borg's past, he was already kind of a special forces-esque kind of character, or at least he dropped out of the special forces. In this case, the Dinobots. I like it a lot. I really, really, really enjoy the relationship between characters that we're building with all the other castmates here. So, yeah.
Great, that's awesome. I know Lapis already mentioned liking the booster seat scene, but do you have any favorite scenes that you've liked so far of your character interacting with either an NPC or with another player? Lapis, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I actually have two favorite scenes that come to mind. I really love the scene from, I think it might have been episode 2, where Borg and Crossfang, or did I just say Crossfang? Borg and
Yes, you did.
Oh no.
Borg and Frostfang.
Up.
The Blue Man group. I like the scene for Borg and Frostfang where Borg first gets that booster seat and Frostfang's riding on it. But they also have the scene in that episode where they get lost in the storm because they're playing with each other, which I thought was fun. And then my other favorite scene popped up fairly recently. I don't know if I can talk about that one.
Yeah, episode 7 not out yet, bud.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, so
I'll can that one. I can't talk about that.
It's okay.
Secret.
Well,
I will zip that up and eat the key. Hop.
Well, Onyx, what is your favorite scene so far?
Oh goodness, that's like saying I have a favorite child. It's obviously the first one. I'm just kidding. I like every scene that I'm with Synthwave because I like the energy between the two because like they are almost the opposite person, but they hang out with each other a lot. Like Synthwave is very outgoing and Crossum is not, and it's just fun to see that dynamic.
High five.
High five.
It is very, very fun.
I love that you guys
And,
like keep that dynamic though. Like that's
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
Yes. No, it's great. And editing these episodes have been a blast. Just Synthwave and Cross Summit going back and forth. Is no, I'm the oldest. No, I'm the oldest. It's so pretty fun.
It's obviously me, so
Well, no,
we don't need to
Oh,
talk
no.
about it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Anyway.
Heximus.
I mean, I also can agree that a lot of my favorite scenes are Synthwave and Cross Summit because they're just really fun to just like let loose. But I'm also a very big fan of Borg deciding that Cross Summit should be able to fly. And
Yeah.
oh, what I
That
can't
was so
remember.
good.
Is
That was
episode-
hilarious.
That was episode 5, I think.
Was it really? Okay,
I think
when
I
so.
love
Yeah.
that. I thought that was
Where he's-
hilarious.
where he's like
Trying to
holding
jump
on.
with me?
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, it's like we go
Oh,
flood
dude.
now.
Crossum is just scared of heights. It does not work.
It's also to me just really funny because like once they land, Synthwave is just like my stomach hurts and I have to sit down.
I love that dynamic where you can feel each other, and that's pretty fun. Do you have any favorite scenes, Computron?
Gosh. Yeah, I think I can think of like my top 3 favorite. So obviously the first one right off the bat is when Borg was giving, I think it was,
Is it the booster seat?
no, I'm trying to remember, Synthwave's twin.
Cross Summit.
Yeah, so obviously my favorite one right off the bat is when Borg decided to just give Cross Summit a very uncomfortable hug. and jumped down. I think it was like a 20-foot hole or something, and clearly not what Cross Summit want. My second favorite was going to be the booster seat, and Borg offering Frostfang a ride on the booster seat. Like the most cutest way ever. Like I'm in dino mode and they're just sitting on a tiny booster seat that's just clearly not their size. And they're just like, okay, I guess I'll hitch a ride. Let's see. And I think the third one would probably be, I think it had to do with when Borg was just going to try and like break, I think it was like a door down, and like he just couldn't do it. So he just kept trying to break a door down, but I can't remember the specific scene. There's a lot of great ones. But yeah.
Yeah. No, those are all good, especially the booster seat, because I was just gonna do it as a reference, and then it became a whole thing. So,
man, we're gonna have to call these campaigns the Booster Seat Chronicles. I
yes.
swear.
Let's see if the next one has one. Well, we'll start with Clickbait. What is your favorite scene or scenes?
My favorite scene or scenes. No, honestly, I really had a great time when you revealed that the elite guard was not on our side. I thought that was a lot of fun, and I didn't see it coming. Like, I kind of suspected that it might go that way, but you did a really good job of, like, not hinting that would happen and, like, distracting us. So I thought it was great. I had a great time with that scene, just, like, the whole plot twist. I thought it was amazing. And then I really also just love the scenes where everybody's just bickering, and it's just crazy, and there's words being thrown back and forth and intimidation checks happening. I think that's just the best thing ever.
Awesome.
Usually against poor Crossum, he gets bullied a lot.
I do get bullied a lot.
Yeah, that's true. And then the people who are doing the intimidation checks have extreme anxiety afterwards because they feel bad.
Spoilers.
That's a little bit ahead.
Spoiler.
Don't worry about that, folks. But I definitely don't die in that episode.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Not
Frostfang
at all.
doesn't rip his spark out, no.
I'm not sad.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nobody
a lot
misses
of
him.
things. Before anything else gets spoiled, let's move to the third question, and that would be, do you have any theories of what might happen next? And we'll start in the same order with Clickbait.
Death. More death and emotional trauma. Emotional damage. That's what's going to happen
It's so
next.
good.
That's the only thing I can
Would-
predict is emotional damage.
With a name like First Stand of the Wreckers, you would assume, right?
You would assume. But no, I don't know what's going to come next, but I'm really excited to see what does come next. And I think there's definitely going to be more bickering. And now that our well, I guess I can't reveal that either. But it's going to be interesting seeing what happens with different group dynamics that are put together or split apart. I'm going to say, because that
Yeah.
hasn't happened yet.
That's always fun. And that's part of storytelling, you know? Well, let's move on with Lapis.
Ooh, so I have a couple of just random thoughts. I won't throw all of those out here because not all of them make sense. One of my thoughts is I think that some of the people that are pulling the strings in the background, some of the bots, I feel like they're going to be big name characters that we've seen in the shows. Like, one of the first things that personally comes to my mind is Tarantulas, just because I know his history in the comics. So I'm definitely interested to see what goes on there. I feel like Shockwave might make an appearance just because the history repeats itself, you know?
That's rude. That's rude. How dare you bring Shockwave into this after what happened last time?
No.
You would
I'm
think
sorry.
they'd use the same
Traumatized.
villain as the first campaign?
No, I don't think he's going to be a
Obviously.
main villain.
I think he's a villain.
I do think that he's going to have some sort of a subplot, but I don't think he's going to be a main character. But I'm definitely very interested to see what's going to go on with that. And then, just like Clickbait said, I'm really, really interested with the different dynamics we can get, because you can kind of see between the characters who's most comfortable with who. And I'm very excited to get the ability to be paired with characters that Frostfang isn't necessarily buddy with. I think that'll be a really cool opportunity for her character to grow.
Wonder how that'll turn out.
Awesome. Onyx, do you have any theories?
Oh boy, me's theories. I feel like that's a cheat asking me because I talk with the DM. But anyway, my theories are: I think we're gonna fight Zeta at the end. I think
Ooh,
that's
he
what's
deserves
going to
it.
happen because he needs to die, obviously.
Yes.
Agreed.
And with a title like First Stand of the Wreckers, we're all gonna die because
Oh.
you know that's the
Keep
Wrecker
that to
rate is
yourself.
95%
Yeah,
chance
bro.
of death. So there's that.
Yeah,
So there's
maybe
a light
for-
note there.
Maybe for Cross Summit. Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what? Spoilers for episode 7 there. Lapis.
What?
Whoa.
Anyway,
Whoa.
continuing
Who just
on.
made it spoilers?
Excuse you.
Anyway, continue on. I do think we'll see some cool faces before we get there, and I'm excited for when that happens.
Awesome. I'm happy. Good ideas. Good theories so far. And Hex, what do you think?
I don't have very many theories or thoughts. It's kind of been hard to try and see where this is going in a good way. Like, it's really well concealed and veiled, and all I can say is I think that Scrap is just gonna hit the fan soon, and it's gonna be nuts. That's it.
You know what I think would be interesting is, since Shockwave might make an appearance, I think it would be interesting if we start to see his turn from like Senator Shockwave to like the villain that we all know.
Oh yeah, that would
Ooh.
be really interesting.
Yeah.
Similar to like the comic setup.
I would.
Maybe.
Mhm.
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 Interesting.
Now the DM over here just like taking notes.
That's good.
I have my pad
no.
out, you know?
DM really just said, guys, give me ideas for plotline.
Pretty sure, you know? It's pretty 100% sure.
They're catching on. Run.
Yeah. You know, I gotta write it
Becoming
with something.
conscious.
Do you have any theories of what might happen next, Calpitron?
Well, considering I read the comics and I kind of know how the ending goes for a lot of the Wreckers comics, I'm hoping it's not sad, but I'm getting a vibe we're going to have a sad ending. Hopefully not as sad as last campaign, but who knows, you know, in all the Wreckers comics, just an absolute handful of people die, so maybe you want to one-up Onyx, I don't know. I think that's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yes, those. It's, you know, just based on the breeding material, you can assume that, right? No, but I like all the theories so far. But I do have a little teaser for the listeners out there. Expect something crawly in the next few episodes.
Sounds really
Carla didn't
creepy.
hit Tarantulas on the head.
Something crawly. Well, I want to thank you all for being here, and thank you for answering my few questions. And I'm glad you're all having fun and you have all these neat ideas. And I will be brainstorming.
That's all the questions?
He
possible
said
new
the guy.
ideas.
He said the guy.
Thank you so much, and
Wait,
listeners,
wait,
thank you
wait,
so much
DM,
for
DM.
listening. Yes.
What if
do
we have
get to ask
questions for you?
questions?
No. Not this
DM, I have a
time.
question.
It's always
I have a
towards the
question.
end. Do you
DM,
have a
can I roll to
question?
ask
Yeah,
a
I have a
question?
question.
Em, can I roll to ask you a question?
I want to roll to ask a question.
That's
Okay,
my
let's
DC
roll,
save.
let's
I just want
roll.
to ask.
Roll 1 or 2.
We'll roll
A
one or
D2.
two.
Roll a D2, and then a 2 is a yes, a 1 is a no.
No!
Oh, I put a P in there.
I
You
rolled
peed on
a
your roll?
1.
My bad, guys. I got a 2.
I got a 2.
I got a 2. That's a yes, right? To the
Yes,
questions?
that is a yes. Yes.
Oh
so
no, Clifton got a 1.
Oh,
I got
guys,
a
look,
2.
Allegory got a 2.
Oh
I
wow.
got a 2. I got a 2.
who would,
DM,
who
can
would
I
like
ask-
to go first?
Can I ask you my question, DM?
Well, yeah, if you want to go first.
Yeah, I do. What was your favorite theory?
What was my favorite theory?
Hmm.
Ooh, I like the one where everything's gonna end up dead,
Oh,
and because you know, first down the Wreckers. That
didn't
was
like
a very
that
good
one.
theory.
Me neither.
I think you need to pick a different.
I need to
Theory.
pick a different one,
Yeah, you can't choose that one. That one's off the table.
but they're also good. I
I'm
can't.
done.
Yeah, it's too late.
Wow.
Set in
okay.
stone.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Next question, please.
Clickbait, go.
I rolled last. I'm still thinking of the good one. I only rolled 1. I got to think of the good one. A cat. Cat attack.
Okay, Hex or Onyx? What do you think?
I think the younger twin should go.
So you.
No, that's you.
No, it's you.
High five if you're the younger twin.
Oh.
Ah!
But I. Nah.
Killobyte, please pick one. This will go on for
I will.
hours.
I will.
Go.
I will.
I would choose Heximus.
So this is your first time DMing, yes?
A Transformers theme one, yes.
Is
That was
there
your one question.
Oh no!
Tables and
Moving
stars.
on.
Go ahead.
Next twin.
Lapis is
gonna
a
cry.
stickler for the rules.
Hey, you
cry.
cut my off.
Anyways, I just wanted to ask, is there anything that has been harder to do as a DM than you expected, and has there been anything that's been easier to do or to DM as expected?
It's been hard DMing a Transformer themed one just because of all the stories are out there and all the established characters. So I've had to create my own characters in order to not have the bias of the listeners that they're like, no, this character should be this way, and that way I don't ruin anybody's, pre-existing expectation for a character before. So that's been kind of a little bit hard trying to find something where I can weave it into the story and not cause any problems there. Because we all have our favorite characters and we're attached to them. So it's kind of hard seeing them be used in a different way sometimes. So I tried to make new ones. And as for easy, it's, I don't know, you all gave me enough information for me to create the world and kind of place your characters where they need to be, and they push the forward story, push the story forward in a way that I felt like would fit each individual personality of the characters in the team. So that was fun.
Interesting.
Yes.
What answer?
It's
Wow.
easier. It's easier to DM if it's a world where you're creating everything yourself. But if it's established one, you want to always kind of try to keep it as close to the original, ideas of it. You can tweak things here and there, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes.
Nice. Damn, what a good answer.
Which one's the next one?
I'll go. Okay, so what is your favorite scene, or what is your favorite player reaction that you've had to one of your scenes that you've DM'd?
Ooh, just because I wasn't expecting it, and it kind of threw me off guard, is when in the second episode when you guys crash land on Cybertron, and there's something crawling above the ship, and Cross Summit says, "I scream." I was just expecting it to be left there, and then suddenly you hear the "Ah!" later on, and it just caught me off guard. And I really like that interaction before, or I've DM'd before, and usually it's like, "Oh, I'll scream" or something, and sometimes they don't get too involved, but that one just kind of put me off guard.
Expect more of that. Oh wait, I'm dead. Never mind. I died.
That's the unexpected.
That's the canon that we're making. Never mind.
Yes, but especially when the players give a genuine reaction to what's going on. Like, I can name another one where when Allegory gets captured and gets handcuffed, the what? And then I just took that away from you. That was so
That
good.
was so mean. I was so
I love
angry.
that scene.
It
So good. I love it.
was great though. I was like, this is awesome. I hate this.
And I'm glad, because that was the whole point of those scenes with Zeta and the Elite Guard. I wanted you guys to hate them as much as you do
Mission
now.
accomplished.
Yeah, I'd like it on record that I would curb stomp Zeta if given the chance.
I would help you.
I would cheer like a little cheerleader.
Well, at this
wanna high
point,
five?
he's a prime. So, are you sure you want to curve stomp a prime?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I would.
Wow,
I don't care.
that was instantaneous.
Listen,
I know.
if I'm executed for
hesitate.
treason, I'll accept that.
I won't accept it. I will accept nothing but his demise.
No, I'll accept if I'm killed for treason by curb stomping him.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Dedication.
Frostfang is from a different colony, so you would cause an all-out war.
Yeah, well, it's probably worth it.
I'll just change
Okay.
my colors
Oh.
to look like some random Cybertronian and then kill him and then change back into my colors.
There you
No,
go.
no,
Hey, wait,
Frostfang would like to create a war.
wait. People don't even know who Frostfang is. I can get away with murder.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I don't know. That's not what teaser from episode 2 said.
Okay, well, anyways, moving on.
Okay, I have a question for you, Dan.
Yes.
What is, because I know this happens to me at least when I was doing it, but what is something you've worked on for a story and you're like, okay, this is going to be really good when they get here, and we just took a left turn and just completely ignored that scenery? Or if you don't have one, what's your favorite, like,
Derail.
not necessarily derail because the campaign continues on, but like favorite like curve ball action we've done for you?
The whole story has been derailed since episode 1.
We've done our job.
Yes. No. Oh boy. The special ability that Cross Summit has changed so many things, because you can travel at instant speed and avoid anything along the way.
Sounds like a
And-
challenge.
Boy, yes, I'm inhibitor chips all the way now. But
Oh no.
I just found it funny with Drillhead when I gave you the body and all that. I was expecting you to kind of search and get the data pad, but that didn't happen that episode. But then it happened in
my
the other
God.
one, and instead
know.
of going forward, you went backwards, and that was like, I was not expecting to go backwards like this.
We
This
were.
episode.
We had to.
You expected us to be smart, so
Well, when we first were creating when the world was being established before we started recording, I kind of did a survey to see what the players wanted to do, and so they said we want puzzles, we wanted fighting, we want all this, and I'm like, okay, I'll give them a puzzle, but then the puzzle was like with them, and then they just left it back there, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, there's nothing to do here.
If it's
But,
not in front of my optics, I can't see it.
exactly.
It literally was. Well, no, it was behind the optics actually, but
That was the
Yeah.
joke.
Yes. But
It was behind the optic.
yes. But and then when you were done, you teleported back to Cybertron, and I had a plan for your journey, because you're on a ship and you would like to take some time to relax between planets. And but I was nope, we're just gonna jump. I'm like, well, okay, I guess this encounter's not happening tonight.
Oh. Note to self: teleport everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
no
welcome, guys.
no more space travel, guys.
Gotta keep me alive.
It's
wait,
time
I'm
and
dead
space
already.
travel
Never mind,
only.
We've established this. I die in episode 7.
But I was hoping you would continue forward while solving the riddle instead of going backwards, because you would have landed on a planet to repair the ship and kind of.
But then we would have had to
Relax
go
a little bit.
back to get the.
Yes,
data
you would,
back.
but your ship would be fixed, not with a gaping hole right now.
You know, if there's one thing you should know about us, we love ships with gaping holes in them.
Yes.
like
I don't
how
know
I
what
said
you're
that, but-
Whoa, wait. What?
Yeah, I said it. I also said the word. And I'm like, I don't like that either, but I already said it, But yes, so no, those just I don't know. Cross Summit has derailed everything, so
High five.
most of the
Wow.
time,
Blame it all on me. High five.
yes.
Yeah, it sounds like you're the problem child.
The teleportation ability might need to be tweaked in 5e.
5e?
Yeah.
Oh, you think we'll make it to 5e with all 4 of our audience members?
Yes. We'll see.
So leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see 5e.
Actually, better yet, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want Cross Summit to die for real.
No.
For real? Wow, that got
For
dark.
real.
For
dude.
reals?
Yes,
Whoa.
I am not leaving
Leave
a
multiple
like,
comments if you
or
just want
subscribe.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm there for clickbait. Clickbait got my vote.
They have my vote too. High five.
High five.
If I
But
It involves me living.
I'll allow Computron to also ask me a question, since Allegory got to do one too.
So in a lot of the previous campaign, we kind of get like a lot of twists and turns, and we get a lot of off the wall kind of stuff. And in this campaign, it seems like it's pretty straightforward. Now, I'm not asking, I guess, for a foresight here, but are you gonna provide like a pretty nasty twist in the end, huh?
That's kind of the goal. I gotta keep you all on your toes. There's a theory with having tarantulas appear. There's a theory that you might fight Seda at the end. I gotta keep you on your toes, everybody, and kind of keep you guessing.
I hope it's not a suicide mission, because then that would be big oof. But then again, we're wreckers, so who knows?
Yes, who knows? Awesome. But listeners, if you have any theories, leave them down in the comments, and I will go through them and see what you think is going to happen to our merry group here, and we'll see if they'll survive this journey.
Yeah, he told me that he'll like each one that's correct.
No. I will like them all. They're all correct.
That's horrifying. I don't like that
Rude.
implication. I'm gonna make sure to comment that Cross Summit dies.
Wow.
Oh,
rude.
I have. This is late, but I have another one where you derailed me. Was the booster seat scene? That was supposed to just be a cameo thing. Where like, hey, Zephyr Industries is active here, and they have a booster seat, and then it whole became a thing of we gotta buy Borg a booster seat. And I'm like, no, this is not what I intended this to be. So
That's the one thing I tried not to derail. Look at that. 'Cause I was against that, remember? Remember this?
Yes,
If you
it was
give a
Promise
mouse a
Shove, the only
cookie, it was a good scene, okay? And Borg has put that booster seat to good use.
yes,
sure
but
has.
it was just a little reference to the first campaign, and then it became a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Of course
Can't
it
wait to
did.
see
Yeah.
Zephyr riding a booster seat on board.
Yes.
And the same guy has to voice all the characters at once.
Yes, absolutely.
I wonder.
That'll be great.
I wonder how that's gonna happen.
Wonder if that'll happen.
Whoa.
Stay tuned, listeners. But thank you for listening, and thank you for all the cast member for being here and asking me questions and letting me ask you questions. And like always, I hope everybody's staying safe out there. And to all are one.
Till all.
All are one.
Well, all are one.